Today on the channel, we take things to the extreme with the brand new Blood and Guts Exploding Barbed Wire Death Match Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, Ringside Collectibles exclusive.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Jazzwares unboxing and review. And today we've got the Ringside Collectible exclusive Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, Blood and Guts 2-pack Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch Edition. Holy cow on this one. Like I said, Ringside Collectible exclusive. Use discount code Kyle, save 10% of course. But man, what a pack here. This actually blew me away in hand when I got this out of the box. And to truth be told, I thought I ordered 2 of these. I had to go back to my order. Apparently I messed up. I only ordered 1 of these. Now I'm going to have to buy another one. Because a set like this, Blood and Guts, and just the beautiful nature of this packaging, I need 2 of these. I'm not a huge on-card guy, but there's special ones out there, special box sets like this, that I feel I need 2 of, and this is one of them. I need 2 of this, as I love the packaging on here. It's like the Blood and Guts we've seen in the past with Britt Baker, Dustin, and Cody Rhodes, but wow, bigger packaging here, bigger box set. This really does harken back to the old Jack's Ruthless Aggression box sets that I remember so fondly back in the past. But holy cow, is this thing awesome. This looks great. It's funny, the match didn't live up to all the hype in the world, but man, this 2-pack looks pretty sweet. That's all I can say. We're going to do this, though, like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So let's grab this bad boy out of the package, but first, let's look at it like we always do. There it is. You got Moxley, you got Omega. They each got their weapon of choice wrapped up in barbed wire. And then, holy cow, once again, they are busted open. They are bleeding all over the place. Absolutely love bloody figures when done correctly. What was it? Was it San Francisco? Or who was it made it back in the day? San Francisco Toy Makers. There was that old Legends line that had all those bloody variants back in the day. Absolutely the hottest of hot garbage. I have no fondness for those figures. I always thought they just looked way too forced. But then there's some like the Jack's Classic Superstars, Terry Funk, for example. The Blood and Guts packs we've got from AEW. And then, of course, these. These do look really, really good. Done right, at least in my opinion. But looking cool. You got Blood and Guts right here. Nice raised lettering here so you can actually feel the Blood and Guts on it. Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch. 17 pieces included here. Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, 13 and up. Sorry, my daughter Elle, you're not going to be able to play with this. You're only 11. I know you love Blood and Guts matches, but not today, you don't. Ringside exclusive up there at the top. And then like we always see with AEW figures like this, the box set ones, we get our accessories on the side, which is really cool. Instead of just hiding them in the pack, you got them displayed here on the side. Very cool. Number 62, I don't like that at all. I just don't. I wish these weren't. They shouldn't be numbered, or the Blood and Guts should have their own numbering system, lettering system, something like that. This just doesn't flow right. There's a lot of people displaying these library style, and this is just a mess. This messes up all of that. I don't like it at all. So that's so far the worst thing about this pack, but we've seen that in prior packs as well. Top, you got light, let's send all the light, all that kind of fun stuff. We got some instructions and some UPCs down here. What's it say for instructions? Oh, it shows you how to put the barbed wire on the table. I'm sure it'll take a while to put that all together. But we'll do it. We'll get it done. Then we get hands and barbed wire on the side, of course. So we got a lot going on in this pack right here. It reminds me of these 2 packs, which I have not gotten around to opening here on the channel, among a lot of other things. But we got the old Cracker Barrel pack and then the Extreme pack. We will unbox both of these. I'll do another video, and then I can use these figures with this, put the ring together, we can do it all together. But I will unbox these 2 in a separate video, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that fun stuff. We'll do that one here shortly. Shortly? Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, and then we get to the back of the package on this one. Beautiful shot of the 2 guys right there, little autograph action. There it is, no cross-sell, none of that stuff going on, no blurbs. Revolution 3/7/2021, Jacksonville, Florida. That's all she wrote. That's everything right there. So let's see. Can I get this open? Slide this out. There might be some work to do with this one. We'll see how it all goes. But there it is. There's the packaging. Like I said, beautiful packaging on this one. See you later off to the side. Holy cow. And then once again, I'm going to have to get the old tape out. I mean, this thing is busted up. I'm going to have to get the old razor blade. But how cool. Somebody could open that and put it just like that. Looks amazing right there. But let me take this offline. Let me get these unboxed. And we'll be back with the Blood and Guts 2-pack. All right, we're back in the saddle again like a young Aerosmith here. Got everything out of the package, kind of. A little plastic prison action. But let's take a look at this backdrop first. Once again, we got a little blood splatter down here. We got the Revolution logo. I could see people keeping this. Unfortunately, it was tough to keep it mint because you got to get the tables out of the side. But it is very cool. This could be a stage for somebody. You could have this as an entrance ramp. If you don't have that big pop-up stage, you could very easily use this if you want to. So once again, very cool. I like that a lot. Off to the side. See you later. Then how about tables? There's 2 tables on the side of there we talked about. Now, we've seen these AEW Jazzwares tables before. We saw with a little bit of bubbly, for example. Has that nice breakaway spot in the middle, of course, like that. Pure black tables, no wood, nothing like that. Just straight up black tables. And you get 2 of them here. But you know what? More tables, the better. I keep looking at this set and I say, man, what would have 9, 10, 11, 12... 32-year-old Kyle done with a great set like this in his playing days? He would have just had so much fun building out the arena, reliving the match, reliving the action, all these great accessories, stacking tables, blood, barbed wire. Instead, you had to use your own imagination. You had to use bread twist ties as barbed wire. You had to do stuff like that when you were a kid. Back in my day, back in my day. I know some of you guys were in my day too. We had to really make believe. Now you get that stuff, it's almost like too much. It's like, oh man, I just can't imagine being a kid getting something like this. It would have just been next level. Next level. There you go. Getting to some more accessories. Those side packs, they just slide out of the side of the packaging, which is very, very cool. We do get the AEW World title. We've seen this many a times before. Nothing new here, but always cool to get a title belt with a pack. So we do get that. Use it with one of these. Use it with a different character. I'm sure you can find a home for it somewhere in your collection. Pull this out. See you later. Whoa! Boom! See you later. We're just making some noise. So we got the 3 packs for the table right here. Got my trusty scissors. Gonna cut this open. Oh, these scissors are good. These scissors have opened up a lot of action figures. They're getting a little dull, it seems. Seems they're getting a little bit dull. Let's see. Can I get this all open? Might have to get some new fancy scissors. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it's nice barbed wire spools here. Once again, like I said, when I was a kid, man, if I could have got barbed wire instead of using twist ties and make-believe stuff, see you later. Very, very solid barbed wire. Very cool, very sharp. Watch out. That's why it's for only 13-year-old kids. But no, it is. Looks very good. I remember on the instructions on the bottom, it said you wrap it on the side. I was wondering if there was going to be a spot to hold on, but it looks like you just, there's a little clamp at the end, and you just basically tuck it underneath the table, and it should hold in place. If you're smarter than the barbed wire, that is. Which I'm not claiming I'm smarter than any barbed wire. But very, very cool. Watch out for those barbed wire fences. We know all about that. You got to be careful. Terry Funk would tell us about that with keeping the cows in back in the day. Terry Funk, to me, and a lot of things in wrestling, brought barbed wire to fame. Born to be Wired, of course, I still think is the best barbed wire match I've ever seen. I'm actually wearing the shirt. What do you think? Right here. Sabu versus him. If you've never seen that match from the ECW back in the day, check that one out. Of course, there's a lot of the Japanese ones with Terry Funk, Mick Foley, a lot of that stuff. Some of those went to a totally different direction. Went a little too far, but I liked the Terry Funk era stuff. A lot of that stuff was my wheelhouse of the extreme barbed wire matches and things. But very, very cool there. You can put that all over the table. Now you got a barbed wire table. You're ready. You're ready for action and adventure. We get some hands here. Here's the other one. See you later. See you later up high. There it goes. Spider-Man style. See you later. We get 4 hands here, and I guess these are all Kenny Omega hands, as Kenny has the wrist tape going on. Moxley, or no? I guess, who's to say? I guess you could use them wherever you want to. I guess this is technically Kenny Omega. It's got the gun pointing hand. I like the little drops of blood going on here. So we got that. We got the open hand with blood on it once again. A gripping hand with blood on it. These are taped fist hands. This one as well. This must be Moxley. Doesn't Moxley have a tattoo on his ring finger? I believe that is the case. So I guess it's interesting, though. You got the ones on here have no wrist tape, hand tape, then those do. So I guess you can kind of figure it out doing the math a little bit is what I would say. We got more barbed wire here. Looks to be the exact same thing, so you do that to the other table as well, and you're off to the races. We won't demonstrate that again. But here we are, Plastic Prison, Barbed Wire Massacre, Omega and Moxley. Boy, I'm not sure which one I like better. We're going to have to see here very quickly. Get them out of the package. I have a feeling it's going to fight me. It's going to fight me. I can feel it. There's that. Oh, come on. This is a very tough bubble. I might have to go in with scissors. This is a very tough bubble to get characters out of. All right. Come on, guys. You can do it, Moxley. Let's jump on out of here. Oh my gosh, this is tough. What are we doing? Come on, there's one. Come on. Omega, you got this. This is more extreme than the actual match, I think. All right, here comes one pull. There it is. Whew. Heavy duty plastic, very hard. See you later. Jeez, about break a detolf as I hit off the wall there. You gotta be careful. All right, let's look at some of these accessories first. As we always do, we get the barbed wire wrapped chair. Looks to be the same barbed wire. I'm not taking this barbed wire ever off this chair because it probably won't go back on as good as it is right now. That's one of the dangers of taking that stuff off, but I'm sure a lot of kids would take that off. But very cool. Another extreme weapon for us to use. And then, of course, Moxley has his extreme baseball bat. He's got a little twist tie action around his hand to keep that in there. See you later. But once again, a barbed wire baseball bat. A different barbed wire baseball bat, as we've seen these in the past from Jax. We've seen them, I believe, from Mattel. Maybe not Mattel. Did we get one with Mick Foley? I think we did. Oh, no, we got one with Edge, didn't we? Or was that just a regular baseball bat? It's been a while, but definitely different. It's wrapped in barbed wire. You can slide this barbed wire off if you want to. Once again, I'm not sliding it off. It's going to stay here forever. That's the way that's going to go. But always a good bat. I think Jazzware has done a good job on bats. They don't seem to have the bendiness of the Mattel, where if you have Sting displayed, it's like that. It just starts bending on you. So that's not very good. We got Moxley here, and this is an interesting one. We're going back to the days, I guess, of the plastic wrap around the arms. So we got the garbage bags going on. So that tells you that possibility of these cloth shirts bleeding onto the figure, staining the plastic on the figure. Nobody likes that, myself especially. Not a big fan of stained figures. But I think that is what we got going on here. Pull that off at the waist as we always do. Slide right there. And we're back in business here with Moxley. So once again, we get a soft goods shirt. We'll talk about that first. What's that say? No quit in Moxley is what that says. Interesting shirt. He's never going to quit. But then it's a traditional Velcro shirt on the back. We've seen that many a times. It looks very homemade. I don't know if that's the right word, but it just looks like I made this with the printer at home and I stuck it on here. It doesn't look like it's ingrained into the fabric. It's just kind of stuck on there. But it is a good t-shirt, very heavy metal-esque. I like the looks of the shirt here. We go up to Moxley's head. Beautiful. Thing of beauty right here. You got blood dripping down. It's truly a crimson mask. You know it's Jon Moxley. You can see through that blood. But I'm here for it. More bloody figures, the better. Then he's got blood splatter throughout his arms. Love that once again. Very good look here. It's not overdone where it's just looks so totally fake. This looks like something that would happen, and of course it did in this match. So he's got little cuts and little spots of blood all over the place. Painted on wrist tape here, and I guess that would match the hand. Same thing with Kenny, so those hands match. You can choose your own hand adventure, as we like to say here on the channel. Articulation-wise, you guys know the drill on these AEW figures for articulation. Hands removable, double-jointed elbows, bicep cut, thigh cut, double-jointed knees, all the way there. Boot cut, and then you get ankle rockers. Very nice. Moxley, very tall. A little hair tall, I think, is what we've seen, but we've seen a lot of Moxleys. We've seen a lot of Omegas in the lineups of the AEW Jazzwares figures since the inception, basically. But very, very good looks here. One thing I say in all these AEWs, until I guess they change it, is very, very eyesore on the non-pinless joints. Especially once you go pinless, it's tough to go back. So now I do notice those all the time. I will say, still a little bit loose on the elbow joints. That's been a big gripe of me so far via Unrivaled Unmatched. There's been improvements, step backs, improvements, step backs. This one seems pretty loose here, a little looser than I would like it for sure. I always think back to being a little kid, and I could see a little kid just breaking this arm off very easily, and that obviously sucks for the kid and sucks more for the parent, because then you gotta, oh, fix it. Well, I can't fix it. I gotta buy a new one. And this is a $60 price point on this set. So this isn't a cheap figure for sure. The shirt does remove, as we know, and it unveils a lot more blood splatter. Look at all that. It almost makes me want to display him without the shirt on. It's all that blood running down, especially the back. I love the lines going down across his back. Just looks like he's been through a war, and that's exactly what this was. Barbwire massacre. So very, very good looking Moxley. Very good representation of this match. I got the gray tactical pants going on. I think this is reused, just a different color. The black boots, of course. Does he fit on a ringside stand? We can finally start saying that about our AEW Jazzwares figures, as I did get my stands in. And he fits like a glove. So there you go. Very happy we finally got stands. It only took 2 years. I was about ready to take out a business loan and create my own stand company. Luckily, I didn't have to do that. So thankful that Ringside came through with stands finally for us. So we got that there. Now we got to turn our attention to Jon Moxley. Kenny Omega. We got to turn our attention to Kenny Omega here. Kenny looks really good. Now, I am a big fan of Kenny Omega. Him wearing a white shirt to an extreme fight like this, why would you not do that? It's like Ric Flair with the blonde hair. He gets busted open, it goes in that blonde hair, just looks crazier. Same thing with the white shirt. So very smart on Kenny Omega's part, wearing a white shirt like this. Once again, blood all over it. It's got Revolution 3-7-21, Barbwire death match. I love it. This is screams Japanese deathmatch t-shirts from back in the day, event shirts like that. Just always a cool touch, just a really cool touch with this figure. And I love Kenny in his hardcore gear. I got a lot of friends that were indie wrestlers for many, many years back in my time. They'd always have hardcore matches, and, you know, it was the 90s, 2000s. Hardcore matches, death matches, extreme matches, things like that. And I would always gripe at them in the back in the locker room. What are you doing? You're just wearing your regular gear to this? You need jeans. You need, like, boots. You need taped fist. You need a heavy metal band t-shirt. Something like that to give you a point of difference that, hey, usual matches, I'm in my trunks, I'm in my gear. We're getting into a death match here. This is something different. And Dusty Rhodes was the one that did this way back in the day. That's the first one I remember doing it as a kid. Like, Dusty always in his tights and stuff. He means business. But boy, when he wears the cowboy boots, the jeans, the taped up fist, this is a whole different thing. That's wrestling. This is taking it to a different level. And Omega does that right here. And that is part of the charm. That's what I'm looking for when I'm watching deathmatch and extreme stuff like this, especially from a guy like Omega and Moxley are in their normal gear every week. Jazz it up, make it special, and that's what they did. But very cool jeans. I guess you'd call these jeans here, but I love the knee pads over the jeans. That was always a cool thing. Dusty would do that, and others would do it as well. Very cool. Same articulation as as Jon Moxley. Once again, very loose on the elbows, though. I don't like that a whole lot. I just see those kids breaking it. We also got a little bobblehead action. You shake Moxley. Why do I keep wanting to call him Moxley? You shake Omega, and he does have a little bobbleheadness here to where it doesn't quite fit the peg hole perfectly. It's not terrible, but it is there. I love the blonde and the black hair for Omega, and then the blonde there with the blood in it. Like I said, with Ric Flair, very, very cool look. Definitely looks like Kenny Omega. Got a beautiful beard that looks full. As we've seen a few of the AEW Jazzwares figures where the beard isn't as full as it needs to be, this one does look full. Once again, the shirt is just like Moxley's. It is removable. It is Velcro on the back. Pull that off. This one looks a little bit better. This is the artwork is grained into the fabric, where Moxley just feels like somebody put a sticker on the shirt. But this one is much, much better. I do prefer this shirt. And once again, it looks good with the white. Off to the side, just like Jon Moxley, we're bleeding all over with Omega. He's got scratches. He's got tears. He's got contusions. Crimson mask all over the place. Looks really, really good. Boy, I like this one. Boy, I like this set. This is a slam dunk set. Does he fit on a Ringside collectible stand? Of course he does. He fits like a glove as well. Boy, I really, really do like this set. Maybe it's just the brand new shiny toy effect, but this could be my favorite AEW Jazzwares set we have received so far. I'd have to do the math, put a little pencil to paper. Jazzwares, of course, Luchasaurus was quite the one. Stole my heart. Harry Bipedal Creature, you know me. But for what I love in my wrestling, some deathmatch stuff, blood and guts on here, there's a lot to like about this one. And I'm really kicking myself that somehow I messed up and did not order 2 of these, as I definitely need one mint in box for my collection. But this loose one, next level. Can't wait to set this up and play around with this a little bit. Maybe have a couple of matches. Don't tell anybody I'll grab my daughter. She's only 11. It's supposed to be 13, but nobody's going to tell. I'm not telling the authorities or anything like that. But holy cow, once again, am I over the moon with this set. I definitely recommend picking this one up while you can. I can see 5-6 years down the line this being a very expensive set. Moment in time, 2 mega stars in AEW, as we know. Blood and guts, we don't get a whole lot of bloody figures. There's just a lot of boxes that are checked here. I strongly recommend picking this one up. Don't delay. Pick it up. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10% if you are so inclined. But what are your thoughts on this set? Did you pick it up? You passing on it? You playing the long game? Let me know what you think. I think everybody needs this. Everybody needs this. There you go. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share, subscribe, hit the old notification bell. Follow along on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And of course, Patreon, link in the description below where you can get this video, many, many more videos, probably 20 videos at all time that are on the Patreon that aren't on YouTube. You can check them out early, exclusive content, early videos, you name it. And of course, giveaways every single month on the channel as well. So definitely check out the Patreon. So there it is for a little barbed wire massacre, a little blood and guts, a little AEW Jazzwares, a little Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.